Hey, this is Michael, and welcome back to me and Paul's channel. I'm so excited to have you here. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to buy houses at wholesale prices. Now, before we jump into this video, I want to make sure, especially if you're new, if you go down and hit subscribe to our channel because we have new videos coming out every week, and to turn on the bell so you get notified and don't miss out on any news videos. We talk about buying real estate, selling real estate, and all the extra strategies we use, such as virtual wholesaling, buying and managing local and out-of-state rental properties, renovation projects, private lending, and owner financing. We buy primarily through online auctions, and we've purchased in 44 states. With that said, I'm going to jump into today's videos on how to buy houses at wholesale prices. The simplest definition is basically buy really low and sell low. So a good example of this is, are there low comps in a certain neighborhood? So, for example, if you're in a certain neighborhood and there's a lot of investor activity, a lot of flippers, let's just say in this example, and you see a lot of them are purchasing for $100,000, a house that's basically dated or needs total renovations to make new up to today's standards. And if you see a bunch of comps around, 100 to 105 to 110, you know that if you want to wholesale the property, you have to get that property under contract for a much lower number, like say 85,000. And then you either assign it or you purchase it and then resell it to someone for 100 or 105,000. That way you make a nice, 15 to $20,000 spread on a wholesale deal. So that's one example. If you have limited data, but you have like a lot of low end cash buyer endpoints, you could just subtract off your wholesale fee from the low comps, assuming your house is comparably dated or needs the right work as those properties. Another example is if you don't in your data have a lot of low end comps, another way to think of it is if there's a lot of nice houses that are fixed up, let's just say in this example here, houses are going for $235,000, and repair estimates or renovation estimates are like $45,000. You know that a rehabber, if they could sell it for 235, you add in some selling costs with agents, closing costs, and rehab estimates of 45. A good purchase price for them might be 125, and they would anticipate a kind of a gross profit around $50,000. From there, okay, if these numbers make sense for a rehabber, what kind of wholesale fee do I want to make? Maybe I make an offer for $110,000, and then you have a nice $15,000 gross spread. So those are different ways to get comfortable with the deal and understanding, how low you have to get a property either under a contract or purchase and resell it, whatever your extra strategy is, to make a wholesale spread work for you. So how do you find, I guess, wholesale deals is the next question we get a lot. And there's two ways. You could market directly to homeowners, or you could do no marketing whatsoever. So I'm going to give an example here of marketing to homeowners. A few things we've used in the past are, cold calling daily. So you could buy different, you could cold call for sale by owner property owners or get phone lists. Some people have hung bandit signs on major intersections to get their phone ringing. You could be very good at creating, online and offline ads, whether it's Facebook or pay-per-click with Google to drive traffic to like a web page for people to fill out a form or to call you immediately. Give them both of those options. And then you could, some people, I don't do this, but some people walk or drive for dollars. They call it. You get just to walk around or drive around the neighborhood looking for vacant houses. Is the grass like really high? Is the house boarded up, etc. In the wintertime, it's a winter northern market. Is there a ton of snow and not shoveled? Another example is just buying mailing lists. You could do direct mail, and you could send them postcards or letters. Certain lists, for example, maybe absentee landlord. There's tons of lists, and we could separate video on this to cover all the topics. And then the last one is search engine optimization, SEO. That's if someone types in "sell my house fast," for example, and "sell my house fast Philadelphia." You're the first website that shows up, or at least on page one of the Google search. It's another way to drive a lot of traffic that's free and not paid online or offline ads that we talked about earlier. Another example is no marketing to homeowners. So believe it or not, there are deals on the MLS. You could target older properties like that's been on the market 3+ months, or as they come on the market. We don't look at every house. We have search criteria that you could create, such as filters, depending on what MLS you use. Sometimes they get as fined as, they have different property conditions. So you could do just, fixer uppers or below average, whatever the indicators are. You could look for REOs, you could look for estate sales, etc. So, those are opportunities on the MLS to, make an offer really low. And if it's accepted, you get it under contract and you could resell it as is or sign it. Another way to do it is a lot of wholesalers, believe it or not, we could wholesale other wholesalers deals. And for me and Paul, at least, a lot of the wholesalers that send us deals don't have the ability, or it's not part of their exit strategy to actually close on a property. So they have a finite time period of, call it 3 weeks, 4 weeks, to find a buyer and close it to execute on their contract. And a lot of times we could actually purchase this property and take it down, and then maybe just clean it out if the house needs it, and then resell it again at a higher price. So that's another exit strategy that you could utilize for purchasing wholesale prices. And then the other one is online auctions. This is one we use a lot. These are properties that are vacant in REO. We buy them across the country, and you just bid on them really low, and you do the analysis I showed earlier in the video on how to make money wholesale wise. If you have to buy it for $85,000 because other investors in that market are buying for $100-some thousand, that's your 15K spread basically there. And then local county auctions are another way to do it. It's just not online. It's going to the courthouse steps. There's annual, semi-annual tax sales. There's monthly sheriff sales, etc. So these are ways where you actually don't have to, spend money, thousands of dollars a month on marketing. These are ways that you could find wholesale deals without all that marketing. Hope this video was helpful. If it is, give us a thumbs up, add some comments below in the comments section. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks and have a great day.